If you're a Facebook Marketplace tragic and you simply can't help but purchase used vehicles on the platform, you'll know that one of the most unique challenges you face with these 15 to 20-year-old vehicles is the human factor. It's the human slime that is present in the seat fabric, it's in the carpets, it's in the duct of the HVAC system. It's all through the car. And if you face this challenge, I have a tool which I'm going to introduce to you today that you absolutely need to add to your arsenal. It's an ozone generator.
You're watching MotoringBox, proudly supported by Century Batteries.
So what does an ozone generator actually do? Well, unlike an air freshener which simply masks the smell of your car's interior, the ozone generator generates ozone, and ozone actually attaches itself to the molecules of these scent particles, oxidizes and breaks them down. So if that's all too complicated, don't worry about it. You simply do not need to know the details. But what you can do is think of the ozone generator as the last step of your car cleaning process. If you have a smelly car interior, you need to clean that interior as much as you can first before breaking out the ozone generator. That means shampooing the seats, vacuuming the carpets. If you want to take it one step further, you should probably take the seats out, take the carpets out, pressure wash them, clean them all up, install it back into the car, wipe down all the surfaces. You basically want to get rid of anything in your car which is generating a smell to get you at the right starting point before you break this thing out. So how does this thing work? Well, have a look at the front here. This is a rather simple machine. Most ozone generators will have a timer, which this thing is old as you can tell. This one goes up to 30 minutes. So really what you need to do, plug it in. We're going to put it into the interior of the car. You turn the dial for your desired amount of time. You flick the switch and it'll generate ozone within the machine, blow it out through the fan into your car's interior. So let's go to the car interior and I'll tell you how you're going to set it up and how it works. So because the ozone generator is going to be blowing an ozone concentration out of this fan, we need to position it in your car's interior somewhere where it's going to be circulated really nicely throughout the cabin. Now, on pretty much every vehicle on the market, you can set your HVAC system to recirculate, and that means the fans are blowing air from the vents, which is being pulled in from the cabin back into the cabin. It's recirculating it. And that is what we want to set on your HVAC system settings. And again, most vehicles draw this air from within the passenger footwell. It'll draw it up through there, through the dash, out through the vents. Meaning the perfect position for this machine is actually on the floor, right under the glove box here. So we're going to position it like this. We're going to plug it in, we're going to set the timer. But before we do that, we need to make sure the vents and the fans are set to the correct settings. Now, this is an older vehicle and it actually uses vacuum from the engine when it's running to move the vent doors and systems within the dash to dictate where the air actually comes out. So what you need to do with a car like this is actually start it up and then set your vents properly. What we can do first is actually set the vent. So we want fresh air, which is pointing at the driver, because we want to do all of these fresh air vents with the ozone machine. So if we set it to fresh air, we bump the fan up a little bit, and then what we need to do next is just start the engine, because there's not a lot of air coming out of here, which means these are not set correctly. So if we start the engine, generate some vacuum, it'll move the mechanism and get them set properly. And more importantly, we want it to go to recirculate. So this should now be set correctly. We've got air coming out of the vents. We've got the fan turned up fairly high. This is perfect for setting up your ozone generator. So what we're going to do here is plug the generator in. It is not turned on at the wall. The switch is in the on position. We're going to set this thing to about 30 minutes, which is the maximum on this flimsy dial here. And what this machine will do is draw air through in here, generate the ozone, and then pump it out the fan here on the back. So we're going to point this fan towards the inlet on the dash. We'll sit it there like so, and it should be good to go. Now, ozone is definitely not something you want to be breathing into your lungs, and it can exacerbate breathing conditions like asthma. So that's why we've left the machine off. We've got it all set up, but we're shutting it, sealing it into the car before we flick the switch. But even with these precautions, cars are not always 100% sealed. So I would recommend turning it on, leaving your car in a well-ventilated area, and then taking off, disappearing, letting this thing run, and then coming back when it's finished. Having said that, let's turn it on. So with the ozone generator running, we're going to leave this car alone, let it run, and come back when it's finished. Right, we've given the car about half an hour. I can hear the machine's now complete. We've turned it off at the wall. And because I don't have any breathing protection, and remember, as I mentioned, you don't want to breathe this stuff, I'm going to hold my breath. I'm going to pull the keys out of the ignition, open all the doors, and let it air out for about 10 minutes. Now, once the car is all aired out, you're going to be left with an aroma which kind of smells like chlorine, the type you'd find in a swimming pool. So what's going to happen is that smell is going to fade over the next day or two. But it's important to note that once the ozone has aired out after 10 minutes or so, you can safely sit back in the vehicle. It will have that smell about it, but it's not going to damage your lungs. It's not going to affect your breathing. So give it 10 or 15 minutes and then you'll be left with that nice kind of chlorinated smell, which will then fade. What you should do though, after this, is because the ozone oxidizes those scent molecules which were in your car, is give it another clean. Give it a vacuum, wipe down all of the materials, all of the surfaces with cleaning products that you use, and your car should be smelling a ton better within a couple of days. And if it still has some remaining smells within the vehicle, it just means that you need to hit it again. And I would probably go for about 15 minutes to half an hour each hit. And what I've found as well is that the smells live everywhere. So you think about your HVAC system. You've got fresh air vents, you've got windscreen vents, you've got the floor vents for the heat on your feet. You've got recirculate, you've got fresh air, you've got all sorts of channels where the air is going, and smells and scents are going to be living in every single one of those channels. So if you do the fresh air vents, they smell great. But then you put it on the floor heat for your feet and then it smells again, you'll need to do the floor vents, you'll need to do the windscreen vents. If there's any smells left in the interior as well, just run it again generally. You will find after a few hits, your car will be smelling a ton better. And yes, ozone generators are incredible value for money. You can pick them up very cheaply. And as I mentioned, I've had this one for about 6 or 7 years. They are bulletproof. So if you have an army of used cars like I do, this thing is incredibly useful. I have used it a ton, easily gotten value for money, and they produce fantastic results. So if you've got any questions, do put them in the comment section below. Otherwise, smash that like button, subscribe if you want to, have a good one. I'll see you next time.